Why don't I ever talk about the Gen X generation? Because the Gen X generation simply does not give a f.
That's true.
They are the most independent group of people that we will ever meet. They raised themselves, they've been independent their whole life, they started working at 12 years old, they're the smallest generation, and they're not focused on the culture wars. They don't give a shit about anything but one thing: crossing that retirement finish line in the next 10 to 15 years and f***ing off.
You're damn right.
The Gen Xers are going to do what we wish the boomers would do now. The Gen Xers at 65, 67, 70, you will never hear or see them again. They're going to be on their rocking chair, they're going to be fishing, they're going to be getting drunk, listening to music, hanging out with their grandchildren. They are going to enjoy because they've been at it since 12 years old.
He ain't lying.
No lies detected. We've been putting in work for a long time. So let's sit back and reminisce and face it. You're old. What it look like, TV?
I am back. What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did ya miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We're inside and we're comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I'm back with another one. And today, y'all, we gonna face the fact that we old once again. Made the video to part 1 last month, and in the comments section was a lot of people that was saying turn it into a series. And then when I happened to look at the stats from the Generation Extra video, I saw that video was almost at 1 million views right now. That's the best performing video on the channel. So I guess you guys like to reminisce. And a lot of you guys really respect the fact that you're old the same way that I do. I wear this oldness like a badge of honor. So to get this thing started, let's set the tone. Let's set the tone. Let's figure out exactly how old we are.
If you are Gen X, you are not going to want to watch this. This is your warning. We are older than the Walkman.
Like a Walkman with stereo headphones?
That is when we peaked. No invention has been better since. If Back to the Future was made today, Marty would travel back to 1994.
Where? Back to the future.
1994. Some of us are older than child-proof caps. I guess before that was invented, every household was an adolescent Woodstock. Happy Days came out in the early 70s, about life in the 50s.
Hey.
So, if Happy Days was made today, it would be about living in the year 2000. Most of us are older than Cabbage Patch Kids. Coincidentally, that is when MMA fighting was invented, by people who were trying to buy them for their kids at Christmas. If you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube it. We are older than push-through can tabs. I thought they'd been around since the invention of beer. There is now a whole generation of adults who have never heard or know what a busy signal is. In 3 years, the baby from 3 Men and a Baby will be 40 years old. We are older than the mobile phone. Like I said in the very beginning, we peaked after the Walkman.
Like he said, we are older than the cell phone itself. So we have been around to see all the technology. And if you ask me, the best cell phone technology ever was the Nextel Chirp.
If you don't remember the 730 and the i860 Nextel Chirp, then get the off my line and keep it scrolling, dog. Go like this, bro. These shits wasn't even cell phones. These shits was like radios, bro. It wasn't even a phone number. It was a code. You had to bleep bleep. Yo, where you at? Where you at? Bleep bleep. Receive it now. I swear to you, bro. Bro, we was moving like the Delta Force CIA. One chirp and the motherfucker getting packed out, bro. That's worth to mommy, bro. You don't even know about ringtones, bro. That little iPhone, blah, blah, blah. Cue adorable, son. As soon as I put my ringtone on, motherfuckers will start fighting and dancing, everything. It was back in the day, son. The speakers wasn't right. If I turn that shit next to your eardrum, I'll blow that bitch. Stop me when I lie, bro.
Ready to feel so old? The Mac returned 30 years ago.
You may be Gen X if you do any of the following things. You forget somebody's name the minute after they tell you.
Right. And who are you again?
But you can remember the name of your friend's dog from 2nd grade. And every lyric to an 80s song you haven't heard in years. By the way, his name was Pepper. He was really cute. You think making plans to go out don't sound that bad until you actually have to go out and do them. Seriously, How awesome is it when those plans are canceled? It feels like yesterday when you were buying an album with the parental advisory label on it. And now, you get upset when your neighbor puts their garbage on the curb wrong. You exercise now so you can eat like you did when you were in your 20s, when you didn't have to exercise. You get texts at 5:30 at night with people asking, "Are you still awake?" You can't remember if you're 41, 44, or 55. You think everybody whispers now. Seriously, they do. You need a nap if you know you're going to be up that night past 9 p.m.
Yeah, I'd rather just go home first, take a nap.
He wasn't lying about them naps, man. For some reason, it's nothing like a good nap.
I'm at the age where I would choose a nap over going out. And when I tell you I sleep better during the day than I do at night, I don't know when it happened, but that's where I'm at right now. Anytime the sun is out, if I can get a little bit of sleep, I'm in it. I'm talking about I lay there and I sleep better than I've ever slept when the sun is down. If you're young enough to still be able to take a nap and not have any responsibility, take that nap. Go to sleep. Even if you got responsibility, go ahead and get you a nap. Them kids gonna be okay. They'll figure it out. If they run away, they'll come back. But naps are, it's one of the greatest things I've ever experienced. And it's crazy to know that when I was younger, I would fight taking a nap. I would fight that. But now when you take a nap at the age I'm at, you wake up feeling rejuvenated. It's like you found the founding youth.
That was the best nap I ever had.
You wake up feeling 32 years younger. Get that nap. Your skin gonna thank you. Your teeth gonna thank you. Your hair gonna thank you. Everything grows and feels better when you get you a good nap in. So go somewhere and lay down. And if you thought we was going out tonight, I'm here to let you know I'm getting that nap in, so I ain't gonna be there.
You can't make it, man.
He is not lying. A little 3:30 to 5:30, wake up and the sun's still up and you still got a little 2-3 hours of sunlight. Woo! Be feeling good till my little 10 o'clock, man. But anyway, let's take it back a little bit. Who remember school snack?
Might be one of the greatest dietary mysteries of our childhood. Why did schools think it was perfectly normal to serve us greasy pizza with a chocolate milk chaser at 11 a.m.? Who made this decision? Grade school was like a nutritional crime scene back in the day. This dietary bomb was sit in your stomach like cement for the rest of the day. And the milk was never cold enough. It was always borderline room temperature. You drank it because you had no other option, but deep down you knew something wasn't right. And why did they serve us this before lunchtime? Universally, lunchtime is 12 p.m. And there we are eating a brick of pizza and chocolate milk during brunch. The hell kind of brunch menu is this? They had no eggs, no waffles, no fruit, no mimosas. We out here scarfing down government-issued pizza and chocolate milk at 11 a.m. like we training for the daggone Hunger Games. And depending on where you grew up, you might have had a side salad, which was a handful of shredded iceberg lettuce and one little sad cherry tomato and a drizzle of ranch dressing that was so thick it could hold together drywall. And they had the nerve, the testicular fortitude, the vaginal valor to send us back to class after this. Just a room full of kids bloated on dairy and grease, expecting us to focus on math. How are we supposed to concentrate? Our stomachs fighting for its lives. But if you ever find yourself instinctually reaching for a cold pizza and a glass of milk in adulthood, you know why.
I'll be honest, I have fond memories of my school snack. We didn't have a pizza with the milk. We had soft pretzels.
I love soft pretzels.
With either orange drink, milk, or chocolate milk. And I always had an orange drink and a soft pretzel. That's a banging snack. But anyway, that was around the time period when the TV was the heaviest item in the house.
You remember the TV used to be the heaviest thing inside the house? I seen my son was moving his 40-inch TV across the room. And I'm like, man, you just don't know how good you got it. You don't know how good the TV in my room ain't never moved. It never moved. We moved the whole room around the TV. If you can't see the TV from where you at, then you just can't see it because this TV ain't moving. We ain't moved the TV. The TV was so heavy, you would buy a new TV and set it on top of the old TV. Ain't nobody moving this TV. Let you have to move the TV across. The TV ain't moving. We moving all the couches around the TV. This TV ain't moving. TV heavy as hell. Don't let you have to move some TV up and down some stairs. You remember you used to have to take more than one person to move a TV? Moving a 37-inch TV was a 3-person job. That was 3 people. The box, you used to have to rent a truck to take your TV home. The TV didn't fit in the back of no car. What? A TV in the back of this car? Hell no. Now we just take it for granted. I can move. I moved 4 TVs at the same time the other day. Never in 1992. If you would have told me I'd be able to move 4 TVs, I would have told you get the hell out of my face.
Yeah, we living in the only time in history where TVs are light. Even when TVs started getting smaller, them big butt TVs was heavy as hell. A 24-inch would be heavy as hell. You gotta carry that thing like this. But anyway, a lot of y'all like the editing skills, but if y'all like these editing skills, y'all should have saw Young Me's editing skills.
The Walkman! Yeah, baby.
I was a mixtape master back in the day, man. I would put you something together vicious, man. It all started with them cassette tapes, man. But anyway, that was a great period of life, if you ask me. And I think I owe a lot of my health to that time period, because I think I literally ate so many Flintstone vitamins that it's going to be impossible for any type germs or viruses to penetrate my system. I ate enough Flintstone vitamins for 3 people. I can guarantee that much.
Is it just Gen X? Or did anybody else think that there was definitely going to be a nunchuck fight some point in your life?
The difference between 80s babies and the rest of y'all is this. Y'all grew up with babysitters. We grew up with don't open that motherfucking door for nobody. Y'all grew up with a text message asking y'all to please clean y'all room. We grew up with a handwritten note on a past due bill saying have my house clean before I get home or I'm gonna whoop your ass. Y'all grew up with timeout. We actually got our ass whooped. We are not the same.
If you can go back 30, 35 years to this exact day, what would you be wearing?
Things Gen X used to wear are things today's kids can't even imagine. Those white Huarache sandals were so comfy and went with everything. Ocean Pacific, back then, all the cool kids rocked OP clothes. I was crazy about those retro denim skirts with the ruffled hems. I seriously wanted them so bad. And those LA Gear tennis shoes, loved them. Zeke Cavarici pants, those were the ultimate cool jeans. That line in the ad, are those Bugle Boy jeans you're wearing? Never happened to me. IOU sweatshirts were huge around 88 or 89. Honestly, chic jeans were way more comfortable than Levi's. Hang Ten was my favorite brand growing up. Those little footprints are iconic. Besides Levi's, Pepe jeans was my other go-to. United Colors of Benetton ads looked more like fashion magazines than commercials. Anyone else remember those huge Esprit canvas bags? So, which one was your favorite?
We'll return after these messages.
Shape up with Crazy Eddie. Crazy Eddie, the man who drove you crazy with the lowest prices on anything and everything in home entertainment, now drives you crazy with the lowest prices on rowing machines and exercise bicycles. Get a West Bend exercise bicycle, great for aerobic workout. Get a West Bend rowing machine and tone up those muscles. They're great gift ideas, and Crazy Eddie's got them on sale now. Remember, Crazy Eddie's exercise equipment prices are insane, too.
Hey, guys. Do you want to learn how to be more popular with girls? Just call 976-GUTS, because...
You want to go out with girls like me? Well, you can. It's easier than you think. All you need is the guts. Just call the pickup line. 976-GUTS. You'll learn the art of meeting girls like us.
976-GUTS. You'll learn where to meet girls, how to meet them, and what to say. $2 plus toll. Call now.
There's an opening for a beef boner with at least 1 year of experience. Call 581-1318 to apply.
And we're back, man. Don't look at me crazy. I gotta take the advertising as it come. We gotta keep the lights on around here. But anyway, remember when you used to go over people's houses and just over just regular, everyday household things, assume they were rich?
I was born in 1982, so I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and looking back, like, my idea of wealth is so funny. Like, if I went to your house and you had HBO, encyclopedias, or a fridge in your garage, you were loaded. And if you had one of those things, that probably meant you also had, like, ski tags on your jackets, and you probably got more than, like, just candy in your Easter basket. If I went to your house and you had an intercom system, I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Is your family in oil? Because if you had an intercom system, that probably means we went up to your room and you had a canopy bed or even like a water bed. You definitely didn't have a twin bed. But this is the kicker. If I went to your house and you had 2 staircases to get upstairs, you were in the 1%. Because you know what that meant? That meant you also probably had like a little Blockbuster in your basement. Like, you owned movies. I thought people that were able to buy movies were so rich, because we always wanted to buy a movie and our parents always said no. The only movie that we had was The Gun in Betty Lou's Handbag. Ever heard of it? I hadn't, but it was like 99 cents in the bin at Farmore. My dad's like, fine, throw it in. Now I have like every line memorized. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's with Penelope Ann Miller. If you don't know who that is, she was Brenda from Adventures in Babysitting. And if you've never seen Adventures in Babysitting, I'm not sure we can be friends.
Man, it was shit like having on demand back in the day. Nigga, back in the day, Comcast was lit. Nigga, we ain't with this network. This way before smart TVs, little nigga. If you had on demand back in the day, you was getting that money. If I came over your house and you had this Comcast remote, I'm leaving. I know you ain't got on demand. It's over with. We ain't spending the night over here. We getting the f out of Dodge. When you see this motherfucking remote right here, oh, you know what the f going on. We about to tee up. This back when motherfuckers had a big screen TV in their house with the booty on the back of that bitch.
Boy, I'm glad the Comcast days are over, boy. They would play with your bill. Only people that would play with your bill worse than Comcast was AT&T. AT&T? AT&T, you never knew what your bill was going to be. It was always some type of extra fee. But like the theme of the video, y'all, we old. And being old, we done seen the best of a lot of things. A lot of things are a shell of what they previously was. And Walmart is one of those things. It was a time when Walmart used to be awesome.
We lost 24-hour Walmart because we couldn't behave. Unhinged freedom. Society was unsupervised, and then society said, you can't be trusted with access to firearms and live lobsters at 3 a.m. And honestly, that's on us. Back in the days of our youth, you could stumble into a Walmart at 3 a.m. after getting kicked out of a Waffle House, smelling like regret and bad decisions, and somehow we lost that privilege. 24-hour Walmarts was America at its finest. No judgment, just a vibe.
Those were the days.
How old am I? How old am I? Walmart used to sell lobsters. Walmart used to be 24 hours. Walmart's bags, grocery bags, were blue and had a smiley face on them. Walmart's had a McDonald's with Ronald the McDonald statue sitting out in front of it. Walmart sold fish. And I ain't talking about just no little goldfish. I'm talking about actual fish that you could look through, pick out which one you wanted, and an associate would go in there with a net, pull it out, and put it in your bag, and you take it home. Now, of course, you didn't keep it alive for 2 weeks, but still, you could buy fish from Walmart.
See, what I tell y'all, man, Walmart used to be awesome, man. You used to be able to go get a lobster, go get a pew-pew, go get the bullets for the pew-pew, be able to go get some fish for your aquarium, go get an oil change, and then go to the back and get a cheeseburger. Like, come on, man. You was able to do everything at Walmart at a point. Then they slowly whittled all that stuff away, and it was 24 hours. Like, come on, man. Walmart was the greatest store ever, and we got to witness it and live through it. So I'm appreciative of that point. But moving right on along.
And Gen X don't want to adapt to the new technology world that we're living in.
We can't adapt? Vinyl to 8-track to CDs to Napster to iPods to streaming. We literally waited 4 hours to download one song. We had to listen to this. Rabbit Ears VCR, DVD, DVR streaming. Adapt? We've been beta testing since 1978.
You can say a lot of things about us, but not being able to adapt, that might not be one of the things when the whole world is different from the world we started out in. And everybody needs to be proud of themselves out there because we successfully made it through the Dark Ages. The Dark Ages were a dark time, a dark period in American history, and they need to be documented and studied because I don't even know how we got to that point. But the Dark Ages were ugly.
Let's go back to the dark times. Have you ever wondered why everything in the 90s was hunter green and maroon? We got the curtains, the bedroom, obviously the couches, and many, many more.
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
I recently made a video about how teal and purple were the color of the 90s. In the 80s, you had this pastel color palette going that was very light and bright. It gradually got darker and darker and turned into what you see here in the late 80s, early 90s. But as the colors got darker and darker, it became all about hunter green and maroon. The purple from the early 90s turned mauve, and the aqua and teal turned into hunter and forest. And it was everywhere. Like, this is what it looked like growing up in the 90s. Everything came in hunter green or mauve. And there's also an honorable mention to navy blue. This was basically the trifecta in any mom's sewing room. How about reversible, so you can do either or? It's actually a really nice, earthy kind of color combo, but it got so overused. It was for women and for men and for the bed. Is it having a comeback? Are we ready for this again? Would you wear this or use these?
Hell no!
Everything was hunter green or burgundy. Maybe that's why them wheat Tims looked so good back then, man. Dag, that was an ugly color palette, man. But we lived through it and we got to experience it. And I'm grateful for it because right now, it's a lot of younger people out there that's, you know, with this internet, the power of the internet, they can go back and they can compare, kind of comparing their head experiences. And they starting to see that they're getting the short end of the stick. We was having real fun back then, and this fun nowadays isn't really cutting it.
You ever get jealous that your parents got to be kids in the 80s, teens in the 90s, and young adults in the early 2000s? Like, how does it feel to live my dream, Mom?
To all my young people out there that done seen the videos, heard the stories, saw the movies, and if you're wondering, was it really as advertised? Was it really that much fun? Let me be the first to tell you, all those people are lying to you. They're lying to you. Because it was so much fun that you really can't put it in words. You really can't describe it with just words. You're gonna need colors or something. It was a time period that'll never be here again, and it was magical. So I can't even be upset at the young boy for being mad for not being able to be a part of it. It was a beautiful time. But anyway, we lived it, and we lived it hard. And right now, our bodies are paying the price for it.
Because that shit you poured in the kitchen, I should have f***ed you up. But I let you walk away, and I let you come get yourself together. But bitch, I'm gonna let you know if you ever pour that shit on me again, that will be your last motherfucking day standing. I promise you that.
Right now, knees are a hot topic in the community. Seem like everybody needs a talking back to them.
My knee aches.
I suggest y'all listen, man. I listen to my knees, man. I'm falling back. I done did a lot to them, man. I'm trying to be able to walk into the 70s and 80s. Y'all better stop playing around with them knees. But anyway, man, we all at the point in life where sitting down and getting too comfortable or make getting up hard.
Hi, my name's Sonny, and I can't stand up without making a sound. Every time I stand up, I let out a sound like it hurts. Sometimes it does hurt, but that's not why I make the sound. I make the sound because my father made the sound, and my grandfathers, and really all of my male ancestors. Making this sound is a rite of passage to adulthood. If you can stand up off a couch without making a sound, then you're just not quite there yet. The most dominant males will make this sound extremely loud. I'm not quite there yet, but I don't think I'll ever be able to get up again without making a sound. Some people probably think I'm out of shape, but this is just something that men do. It doesn't matter if I'm getting off the couch or getting out of bed in the morning or getting up from a chair at a restaurant. I need to do this. I don't think I'll ever stop making a sound every single time I get up. It's a part of me. But my days of getting up in silence are over, and I think that just shows how much of a man I really am.
I think it's been about a good 17, 18 years probably since I done stood up and didn't make a sound. I could be totally honest with you. It's been a long time since I stood up and it was totally peacefully quiet around me. I'm always making some type of noise. It's even at the point right now that I'm making sounds sitting down. On my way down, I gotta let out a grunt. Ugh. Sometimes just hit the chair. Be happy that the chair there to brace me, man. But like I said, man, we old, man. We old. We done seen a lot. We done seen the world totally change from the time we entered the world. This a whole different world, man. And we still here. We kicking. This to all my Gen X, all my older millennials. Stay healthy. Take care of yourself. And this one right here, we done pretty much reached the end of it. I'll try to give y'all one of these once a month. Add this to the collection of series on the channel. And until next month, when we reminisce, everybody stay safe out there. But anyway, this video is going to end like all the other videos. Hit me up in the comments section and let me know how you feel about everything you have just witnessed.
Tell me how you felt about what just happened there.
And if you made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.
I ain't gonna lie, them OGs that hopped off the porch early and was out early, having fun, partying, doing all that kind of stuff young, you can't get them out the house now. It's hard to get them out the house. If it ain't about no money, no family emergency, or no favorite hobby, like some fishing or some old schools or something, it's hard to get them out the house. They have more fun drinking at the house, then it's cheaper. They'll rather that $20 home cooked meal over that $100 restaurant plate of food any day. Them OGs that got off the porch early, we done had enough of it.